So there is a lot of misinformation going around about the Karmelo Anthony case right now. Today I want to talk about what I believe are the three biggest pieces of misinformation going around the internet. Number one by far is easily the three well-known fake online posts. We're talking about this post made by somebody pretending to be the police chief for the Frisco Police Department, this fake autopsy report claiming that Austin Metcalf was on Molly, and the fake Instagram account that isn't Austin Metcalf's actual Instagram with a picture of guns from a Reddit post from 4 years ago. The Frisco Police Department is already looking for the people that made the fake police chief post and the fake coroner report, as these are actual felony impersonations. Number two is that Austin and his brother or any of their friends were trying to jump Karmelo. This rumor seems to have started with Kevin Hayes, who is a relative of Karmelo's, saying that Austin and his brother tried to jump him, that they punched him, and that they broke his phone and stomped on it. Now, there were somewhere around 30 witnesses at this event verified by the police. None of them are backing this claim up, and in fact, multiple witness statements have said that the only two people involved in the confrontation were Austin and Karmelo. Another relative of Karmelo's claims that the Metcalfs had previously bullied him. Again, multiple witness statements say that the Metcalfs didn't even know Karmelo in the first place. People are also trying to turn this into a race thing. They've shared pictures of the Metcalfs with guns and their hunting gear and stuff like that. There is no evidence at all that any of this had anything to do with race. And the third biggest piece of misinformation going around is that the Texas Stand Your Ground laws justify Karmelo's use of the knife in self-defense. As I stated in my previous video, there are Texas statutes that cover self-defense, including self-defense with deadly force. The Stand Your Ground laws do not apply in this case because the only thing that the Stand Your Ground law does is remove the duty to retreat. Something that people like to do is they like to compare this to the Kyle Rittenhouse case that happened in Kenosha. The difference is that in Kenosha, they do not have Stand Your Ground laws, which means that there actually is a duty to retreat. If Rittenhouse had not initially ran away from the mob that was chasing him, then any of the shooting that he did would not have been justified. In this case, there was no duty to retreat. Karmelo didn't run, which is within his rights, but the difference is that he was not justified in the use of deadly force. Once again, here is the statute for the use of deadly force in self-defense. Person is justified in using deadly force against another if the actor would be justified in using force under section 9.31. That section covers the use of normal force in self-defense. This would include things like hitting, grabbing, kicking, etc. To justify deadly force, the person also has to reasonably believe the deadly force is immediately necessary to protect the actor against the other's use of unlawful deadly force. In this case, Austin was presenting no deadly force. He was completely unarmed, and the worst he had done to Karmelo was grab him or shove him, depending on which witness statement you look at. This is where the jumping of Karmelo comes into play, where people like to claim that Austin and his brother were both intimidating Karmelo. Again, no witness statements support this, so there is no rational justification for the use of deadly force in this case. There is already enough tension surrounding this case. We do not need to add to it by spreading misinformation that we know to be false. It is up to us as a people to keep the discourse true, accurate, and correct to the best of our ability. Knowingly spreading disinformation flies completely in the face of this, and all it is doing is raising the tension of the case. But I'm just some white guy. What do I know?